Hello board game brothers and sisters, and welcome to another video where I let you know what I backed last week. And the first game I backed is called Dead Reckoning, and this is a game I actually did quite a bit of research on. This is a 4X game, and it actually offers a few different mechanisms that look like they all come together in a really nice way. You're going to have a little ship token that you're going to be putting out on the map, but you're also going to have that ship represented as a board that you can manipulate and upgrade throughout the game. In addition to upgrading your ship, you're also going to be able to recruit different crew members. These crew members can actually level up naturally throughout the game, but you can also level them up using card crafting. And I was actually originally mistaken the way this card crafting worked. At first I wasn't too fond of it because I thought you were using printed sleeves that you would then put the cards into, but that's not the case at all. You're actually going to be getting clear cards that you put over top of the cards, and then those both go in the sleeve. So you don't have to worry about damaging your sleeves. So the card crafting in this game has actually been iterated upon previously in other games by John 𝗚𝗺, and I was originally planning to back this one because it looks like a game I'll really like and I'll be able to get to the table. But Man vs. Meeple put out an excellent video on this, and I definitely recommend checking that out if you want to know how the game plays. This game does have player versus player battles, and it uses this really neat cube tower that's in the shape of a ship, and you're going to be dropping cubes in there, and based on where they land, combined with the different upgrades that you've purchased, it's going to affect the outcome of that battle. If you're not a fan of the in-your-face battles like that, you can choose to gain victory points in other ways, but you can't really stop other players from trying to attack you. So if you think that's going to ruin the experience for you, you might want to pick and choose who you play this game with. And you probably don't want to play it with me because prepare for battle. The other thing I like about this game is that it doesn't seem too overly complicated. It does have a couple expansions that are going to be released for it, but those expansions just seem to add more content and not new mechanisms. So the content is going to help create more variability throughout your games and create different player experiences, but they're not going to add a whole bunch more complexity to the game. It looks like the expansion also adds a campaign mode, which sounds really interesting to me. It looks like they released a video going into detail on that, so I'm going to have to check that out. I'll leave a link somewhere in the corner here or in the description below so you can check it out for yourself as well. I think there's just going to be one more expansion released during this campaign, so keep an eye on the updates. And the next game I backed is called Relics of Rajavihara. And this is a solo game that might remind you of some of the old SNES games where you're going to be pushing around different blocks to complete a puzzle. And in each of these puzzles, you're trying to reach a crystal before your nemesis gets there first. So this game is going to take you through a 5-level campaign where each level introduces a new type of block that introduces new mechanisms to the game. And each level also has 10 different puzzles that use those mechanisms. As you progress through the game, these mechanisms are going to stack on top of each other, making these puzzles more and more difficult to achieve. When you do complete all the levels, there's going to be one final box you open that allows you to create your own levels. I don't know exactly how this is going to work, but I think it's semi-randomly generated with a predefined formula, and you might be able to add your own little tweaks in there to adjust the difficulty and the type of blocks that it's going to include. The designer of this game actually has quite a lot of history in the board game design space and actually used to teach courses at a university and now moved those courses to an online course. If you're interested in this game, make sure to check out Rado's run through of it because he did a great job covering the game, and I'll leave a link to it up here. He does show you how to complete the first level, but just keep in mind that this is the first level of the game, which is more meant as an introductory level. So if it looks too easy, don't be too concerned because the later levels in this game get really hard. I back a lot of games and I don't always keep my pledges in, but I think these two I'm definitely keeping my pledges in, and I'm excited to get them to the table. Until next time, keep that shelf cluttered and the table full.